OU Campus uses two servers, one that's sort of a dress rehearsal server and one that's live. The dress rehearsal one is the staging server, and the live to the web one is the production server. Here's a helpful analogy to help you remember which one is which. Think of it like you're putting on a Broadway musical. Before you're ready to show your musical to the world, you rehearse it on the stage, so staging server. Then, when you're ready for the big night, you and the cast put on the full production, so the production server. Again, the staging server is basically the dress rehearsal, and the production server is live. Having a dress rehearsal server and then a final version server is helpful in preventing unwanted things from showing up on our website. If you forget to log out, for example, and someone got into your account, we wouldn't want any ads saying, "Learn how I make $600 working from home," popping up on your division's homepage. Since there are two servers, you save your work to the staging server, submit it for approval, and then the webmaster checks it out and publishes it to the live production server. This two-server setup comes in very handy if, for example, you make a mistake and realize you put down the wrong dates for your department's open house or spelled your dean's name wrong. If it hasn't been published to the production server yet, no one saw it. The old version of the page is still up. This is jumping ahead a little, but if you did realize you'd made an error, you'd just log back in and fix the mistake and resubmit the page for approval, which we talk about in a later video. And if it was a big mistake, like you accidentally created 5 new sections, you could always email the webmaster. Anyhow, you can toggle between the two servers by using these tabs on the right. You work in all of your pages using the staging server, even if those pages are already live, but your images and documents live on the production server. We'll talk about this more in a later video, but I just wanted to mention it now while we were talking about the two different servers. Okay, moving on. A little bit above those staging and production tabs, you'll see the location symbol and a drop-down menu where the choice is currently set to new_site. If you're logging in from the Compton website, it'll say Compton. Now, sometimes, unexpectedly, you'll get a weird pop-up box asking you to select which website you want to use. I'm not sure why this happens. Sometimes it's after I've uploaded something. And it's pretty disconcerting because the names don't give the greatest clues as to which one is the site you want. Anyhow, it's important to know which one you have to pick so you can get back to your page. This first one, CCCD, is the district site, so don't worry about that one. But then your choices are Compton, Compton Center, ACC Web, and New Site. And I don't know about you, but if I were trying to get back into the Compton website, 3 of these look like reasonable choices. Now, ideally, the websites we aren't using anymore wouldn't be listed here at all. Or if they had to be listed, then the names of the old websites would be something like ECC Web, Old, or Compton Center, Do Not Use. But it looks like Omni isn't going to be able to change the site names, so just remember, for El Camino, you'll want the new site. A trick you can use to remember it is we just got a new president and we're using the new site. For Compton, you'll want the one that says just plain Compton. A way to remember that is Compton is on its way to getting its accreditation back, and then it'll be Compton College again, not El Camino College Compton Center. So Compton Center is the old site. We don't want to choose that one. The new one that we want is just regular Compton on its own.